Please stand and join me singing joyfully. Choose to see. I choose to see the love in me, uh-huh, uh-huh. I choose to see the love in me, uh-huh, uh-huh. I choose to see the love in me, it's also called divinity, uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. I choose to honor who I am, uh-huh, uh-huh. I choose to honor who I am, uh-huh, uh-huh. I choose to honor who I am, I'm part of Spirit's greater plan, uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. Last verse. I choose to let my dreams come true, uh-huh, uh-huh. I choose to let my dreams come true, uh-huh, uh-huh. I choose to let my dreams come true, 'cause God's with me in all I do, uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh.
Thank you, Julie. Well, you might have noticed our music director is not here this morning. We're not quite sure where he is, but we know that he's probably on the way, and so it's going to be a little different this morning. Can you handle something a little different? Yeah. It might require a little more audience participation. We have some musical instruments down here, and you're welcome to, maybe one of the ushers will go around with that and you can grab a musical instrument and be part of the music program this morning. So thanks to Julie, who just did it at a moment's notice. Thank you for leaving.
Delighted to do it.
Well, it's good today because today is a day of possibility, so we're open to all possibilities. Are you open to that?
Yeah.
I want to welcome you to Unity of Columbia, and I especially want to welcome our onliners. We love you to come and join us online, and I begin today with an opening quote from a Celtic mystic. His name was John O'Donoghue, and he said, "All the possibilities are asleep in our soul." Can you feel that? Asleep in the soul. We're here to realize the possibilities. And so today we're going to affirm that we know there is nothing missing. Say, there's nothing missing.
Nothing missing.
And the seeds of possibility are planted. Let's say that. The seeds of possibility are planted. And so it's time for us to nurture those seeds. And how do we do that? We go within, listening inwardly. We follow the nudge of spirit, so take notice when you're nudged a little, and we trust the sacred wisdom that works in and through us. So I'd like you to turn to the person next to you and say, all possibilities are already here.
All possibilities are here.
Perfect. Let's stand and greet each other.
Is that better? Is it too, you want it lower? No, we have it as loud as it'll go. We have it as loud as it'll go. Do, do, do. Yeah. We have the guitar as loud as it will go. Let there be peace. I stand for peace. Okay. Do, 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 do. Okay, ready? Let there be peace. I stand for peace. She did. She already did, honey. She told me to go. Let there be peace. I stand for peace. Let there be love. I stand for love. Let there be joy. I stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I stand for peace. Let there be love. I stand for love. Let there be joy. I stand for joy. We're making a new world now. There be peace. I will stand for peace. There be love. I will stand for love. Let there be joy. I stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I stand for peace. Let there be joy. I stand for joy. Let there be joy. I stand for joy. We are making a new world now. 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 We are making a new world now.
Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Steve. And all of you, I heard you all singing out there. Well, my name's Mary Kinney, and good morning to you. I am happy to be your facilitator today. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Unity of Columbia. Welcome to everybody in the sanctuary, everybody online, and anybody that will listen to us later. So if you're here, we ask you to turn your cell phones off to honor our sacred time here together. And if you're here for the first time, we especially want to welcome you. The ushers have a welcome packet for you, and you can sign up in the hallway for our e-newsletter and find out what's going on around here. So just welcome everybody. I'm glad to be together. Now, let us say our prosperity affirmation together. Centered in spirit, we trust in the potential of Unity of Columbia to express abundance in perfect divine order. Our community makes decisions for the highest good. We are open to the flow of new opportunities and claim prosperity now. Now, please join me affirming our vision, mission, and core values. Our vision is, we celebrate a spiritually awakened world. And our mission is, we inspire awakening and practice of divine love in every heart. In addition, we celebrate our core values, knowing that we have come here to be spirit-centered and to express the values of love, peace, and connection. Our 2 outreach programs end next Sunday on November 30th. We have our Toys for Tots. You might have seen the little stuffed animal friends sharing the sanctuary with us today. Please love on them and send blessings to the little ones who receive and and take these little critters into their hearts. And we have our Adopt a Family program. And if you haven't had a chance to select your gift yet, you can leave a cash or check donation. It all goes to help Voluntary Action Center make holidays special for many. So please check out the giving tree in the foyer. There's about 15 or so tags out there to help share your love on, and you can see Steph Brooks for more information. So next Sunday is the last day to make those donations, so please help out there. And thank you to all who have helped out with our outreach programs to put Unity out there, so thank you. And also, when you're out there, you can check out Steph's jams. She brought some more of her favorite yummy stuff in, so, and all that goes in addition to the funds that we collected for the Unity Art and Craft Fair from last week. Now, next Saturday on November 29th, from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., just a few hours, we will be decorating these Unity halls for our Christmas holidays. So sign up in the foyer. We need some helpers. And even if you can help just for a short time, it doesn't have to be for the entire period. We'll take you for whatever you can give us, and we'll help add some holiday sparkle to this place. So please, please, please help us out. Gentle Healing Yoga with Carolyn is now on Tuesdays at 5 p.m. That is a day change. And a sound bath is coming up on Saturday, December 6th at 1 p.m. It's a pretty cool experience, like meditative and restorative, and it's just a musical experience. Please check it out and attend. Just find a little peace before we get a little chaotic with our holiday stuff. Now, our Thanksgiving service is next Wednesday, this coming up Wednesday, like in a few days, November 26th at 6 p.m., also known as our Simple Supper, a pretty good tradition around here. We're having a sacred service. It's presented by our Unity chaplains. It'll just be a short service in here. We'll have communion and prayer and music, followed by our simple supper of soup and bread. So please bring your favorite soup. Bring your friends, tell your friends, invite all. There's no sign-up sheet, but just no sign-up, just show up. We're going to come and have some soup and bread. And if you would like to join in with others on Thanksgiving Day, which is this Thursday, Leanne Kornman is organizing for us to hang out with each other at noon from midday. So please bring some food to share and a game to play and just be together. Advent services, they begin next week. The holidays are coming fast, aren't they? Our theme this year for Advent is Nourished by the Spirit. And so if you'd like some nourishment, this is the place to be over the next month. So please join us and bring your friends, tell all. Now it's time for the daily word, and I'm going to invite Pat Koenigsfeld up here to share that with us. I've got to get my little man.
Today is Sunday, November 23rd, 2025, and our word is protected. I rest securely, knowing I am divinely protected. Protection is more than physical safety. It is the deep assurance that no harm can befall me at the level of spirit. I am guided and sustained by the infinite intelligence and love of spirit. This protection is not fear-based, but faith-based, a deep understanding that no matter what happens in the outer world, the Christ presence within me is my enduring spiritual protection. This awareness helps me put the news of the world in proper perspective. As I align my thoughts and feelings with spiritual truth, I feel safe. Affirming divine protection allows me to live boldly, knowing I am not alone. I believe in the prayer for protection, which assures me I am surrounded, enfolded, and protected by the presence and power of God. For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. From Psalm 91, verse 11. Now please repeat with me our affirmation. I rest securely, knowing I am divinely protected.
The prayer box, held by Leanne, is a symbol of blessing today. In prayer, we expand our awareness, knowing that we are expressions of God. We open our minds to receive an abundance of all that is necessary to fulfill our soul's purpose. We now hold others in prayer. Please speak your loved one's name aloud so that we can collectively hold space. For all the names on our hearts, know that what you have been asked for has been heard and answered. Unity prayer chaplains are available to pray with you this morning after the service. Anne will be up front here, ready for your prayers. Now, let's prepare for a time of music and meditation.
My gift goes forth on the wings of love, and it stands where it can heal and bless. It returns to me, multiplied 1,000-fold, as the universe says yes, yes, as the universe says yes. My gift goes forth on the wings of love, and it stands where it can heal and bless. It returns to me, multiplied 1,000-fold, as the universe says yes, yes, as the universe says yes.
So sink into the silence of the morning. What a wonderful morning for just silence with this fog surrounding us. And so take a deep breath, relax into your chair. And I was reminded that in the 80s, one of our first Unity of Columbia mission statements was, "We awaken divine possibilities in every heart." And so today is the Sunday of possibilities. And as we sink, let our bodies relax so the Spirit can flow through us. We let the energy from Mother Earth rush through our bodies, enlivening us, energizing us, knowing that we are here at this present time to do a great work. We were born for this time, and we are the ones we are waiting for. And so as we go into silent meditation, we let all of the possibilities, all the good things that will come to us this holiday season come forth in our mind as seed thoughts as we prepare to celebrate all of the things this season and then begin a new year with hope and possibilities. And so please join me in a few moments of silent meditation. start bringing your awareness back to this time and place, this wonderful center of love and light. We know that we are divinely blessed and that all is in divine order this morning, and that when you open your eyes, you will see that Jen has reappeared. We're so glad you're here, Jen. And we bless you and know that just relax for a minute. We'll all get back together here as we know that that universe is saying to us, yes, yes, with all those possibilities that you brought up in your own heart today. And so it is. Amen.
Someone put this on my chair today, so I was very touched because it's a koala bear. Well, emerging possibilities is our thought for today. And there's a story of a famous astronomer who travelled to a remote village, and she wanted to observe a rare celestial sky. So she took all of her equipment with her, her telescope and her charts, and I don't know what astronomers use, but she took them all with her. And as she was working, one of the young village children was watching her and fascinated by what she was doing. So the astronomer was looking through her telescope, and she saw the child and she said, "Do you want to come and have a look through the telescope?" And the young girl nodded, and she looked through and she said, "Oh, it's so beautiful." And those words really touched the astronomer because she hadn't noticed that. And the very thing that attracted her to being an astronomer in the start was the beauty of the sky, you know, the magic of all the stars and everything. But in her expert realm, she'd forgotten about that. And she later looked on that moment as being one of the most important things in her career because it really took her back to the very reason why she'd chosen to be an astronomer. And it was a very meaningful moment for her. And this is what the innocent mind does to us. It takes us back to wonder. It shows us sometimes the unexpected. And where our old thinking sometimes is very limited, it puts limits around what we see, the mind of wonder is unlimited. In the Zen teachings, there's a thing called Shoshin, which is the practice of the beginner's mind. And it's not that easy a practice because the practice is that you come and you meet life's experiences as if it's the first time. And so we know that when we come to repeated situations, we often bring our old thoughts with us, our old assumptions, or I know what's going to happen here. We almost can't help that. So to practice the beginner's mind is quite a hard thing. So putting aside those beliefs we have and those, how things should be, we can cancel out a little if we try that practice. That might be something you just want to try a little bit this week. When the mind's curious, new solutions often come up. So if we see a problem, we might be able to say to ourselves, well, there might be a different solution here, or, I wonder if I could try this, or if something else would work. And that's a very good way to be because the creative mind then comes through. It's a really creative space to be in. If your mind is cluttered, and we do often talk about emptying the mind, it doesn't mean that you're not thinking about things or you're just totally being thoughtless, but it's often a place where we find that we get insight. So how often have you had some sort of problem that you're trying to sort out and you just can't figure out what to do about it, and then you think, oh, well, forget about it, and a week later you think about it again, and then the solution comes to you straight away, and you say, well, why didn't I think of that last week? So, well, you couldn't because your mind was too full. So emptying the mind is a great thing. So this kind of beginner's mind is the sort of mind we want to have when we're looking towards the future. And sometimes the future can bring fear with it. We worry about things. We think, well, whatever. We even might brace ourselves for the future. Have you ever had that feeling where it's like, oh, I don't know what's going to happen here. I'm a bit worried about this. But what if, instead of being worried, we were curious? So we're open to possibilities. Oh, this is exciting. I wonder if we could do this, or this might look quite different. And the other thing to remember about the future as well is that it's not in the distance, it's actually already implanted in us. So all those solutions and those uncertainties that we have, the answers are already here. Maybe we haven't connected with them yet, but they already exist. So here's what a Zen priest said. He said, in the beginner's mind, there are many possibilities. In the expert's mind, there are a few. So what if you approached a familiar situation this week, you just chose one, and pretended you were seeing it for the very first time? So you went into it without any preconceived ideas or any old thinking about it. I mean, that might be an amazing experience, and I do urge you to give it a try. What if you could put aside any fear or worry about a challenge you have and meet it with curiosity? And maybe Spirit's already trying to show you the new way or the new something, but your expert mind is saying, oh, I know how to do this. This is how it should be. Well, what if you could let go of that and instead look at it with the eyes of a child? And so in Matthew, Jesus said, I thank you, Father, because you've hidden these things from the wise and the intelligent and have revealed them to infants. And so I have been doing a little bit of a crash mini course in AI because I think I don't really understand it, and like everyone's saying, oh, everything's going to be AI, and I want to understand and know what it is. So it was an eye-opener. They even taught us how to make a clone of ourselves, and I thought, I don't really want to do that. So interesting topic, but one of the words that I kept hearing was the idea of futuristic thinking. And, I've heard about it before, but it did really wake me up to going and doing some research on, what is this futuristic thing that they're talking about. So I found a good definition. A futurist is someone who studies the patterns, energies, and emerging possibilities that point towards something new for humanity. And I thought, well, wow, that's a whole topic. That's really interesting. Futurists have a tendency to listen beneath the surface, so they look for undercurrents. And we think of futurists working in the areas of technology, they work in culture, and also in consciousness, because they work with belief systems. And that's very much kind of connected to unity. We talk about consciousness a lot, like what are our ways of thinking and, what's in our conscious mind. And, people used to think the earth was flat, right? And now they know it's round, and that was a belief system, that the earth was flat, but if you know it's round, then it changes everything. It changes the whole way that you think about the earth and everything connected to it. So, in essence, the futurist's job is to help us recognize the potential. And we become, if we can do that, we become kind of participants in shaping what is to come. So we're creators of the future. A futurist doesn't just think about what is here and now. They're always looking forward. And so the moment we can drop this idea, well, I already know, and make room for that creative mind, then you really are participating in the future. So here's a question you might want to ask yourself. Am I a futurist? Think about that one. Am I a futurist? So there were a couple of really great futurists, and one that comes to mind is Barbara Marx Hubbard. And I particularly am interested in her because she was thought of as a spiritual futurist. And so what she did was she interpreted these evolutionary trends of humanity, but she did it through the lens of spirituality. And so in the late 1900s, she saw that there was a global crisis. Well, that's what she recognized. She says, I can see it in the climate, I see it in inequality, I see it in political tension. Hey, there's a whole lot there that we're seeing today too, I'd say. But she didn't see them as signs of collapse. She said, this is great. This is what I call an evolutionary stress. That was kind of a phrase she coined, evolutionary stress, and that's great because it wakes us up. And so her thought about this next evolutionary stage was that human beings would kind of recognize their spirituality and they'd become co-creators with God. And so she didn't see this next stage as being technological. She saw it as spiritual. She said there's going to be this great spiritual awakening. And she was pretty well right about that. So she took her, I guess, knowledge as a futurist and was an advisor to US leaders. She helped them with long-term planning, and she said to them, this is a quote, if you're only solving today's problems, you're already behind. So she talked about long-range forecasting, she helped them with conflict prevention and peace-building strategies, and she was really into global cooperation. So some really great things that we could, use today, I feel. So another great futurist was Alvin Toffler, and some of you might have read a couple of his books. He wrote the book Future Shock and The Third Wave, and he was really exploring this rapid technological change that we were seeing in society. He said it's going to reshape everyday life, and that was a very good prediction. I mean, we've been the guinea pigs in all of that. But there's a story told about him and his wife. His wife, Heidi, was a futurist as well. And so they went to a research facility in the 1960s, and there were a whole lot of computer scientists there back in the day when computers were like a whole room. And one of the young engineers was really excited, and he said, one day everyone's going to have a computer in their home. And they all burst into laughter, the managers and all the other people and everything, except for Toffler, who took note of that. And he was noted as saying to his wife on the way out, the future always begins as a joke to someone. Yeah. So these two individuals, in their own way, recognize that the future is not something that happens to us, it's something that emerges through us. We use our creative mind to create it. And so tomorrow is already taking shape, all right? And kind of mirrors the unity principle that the world we see emerges from the consciousness we hold, because we're always creating that future. So the beginner's mind, it's open, it's curious, it's kind of unattached to the old way of thinking, and we allow ourselves to become open and receptive to whatever that path ahead is. And this means that when we're in conflict, instead of assuming someone's intention or thinking something is a certain way, we might ask ourselves, well, what else could be true? If we're trying to solve a problem that we feel stuck in, the question might be, well, what else could I try? The German poet Rainer Rilke said, "The future enters into us long before it happens, so we can shape it as it forms." And so in Unity, as Unity people, we're grounded in spiritual principles, and we know a few basic truths. One, that we are divine in essence. Does everybody know that? Yes? That our thoughts shape our experience? Yep. And that we have direct access to wisdom. That doesn't mean we're always wise, but we have the access. Okay. So when we combine these spiritual principles with the beginner's openness, the future's not something that happens to us. We consciously co-create it. And this is the place where emerging possibilities come through. And so, in Matthew 14, there's a really great story that illustrates some of these ideas. You've probably heard it before. The disciples are rowing across the lake in the dark. Have you ever had that feeling? Rowing in the lake in the dark. I mean, you know, the Bible is symbolic, and the symbolism is that we're kind of lost in this inner state of what do we do next? But then Jesus comes towards them, and he's walking on water. Wow, that is amazing. But here's what Peter does. He responds with the beginner's mind. Instead of saying, well, this is impossible, people can't walk on water, he doesn't say that. He says, if it is you, call me to come to you. And I love this because Peter is curious. He doesn't come to any conclusions. He puts aside any fear or worry he might have and replaces it with a sense of wonder. So Jesus puts out his hands and says, come. And really what he's doing is inviting Peter into this new dimension or this new possibility. And so Peter steps out of the boat, maybe feeling maybe a little unsafe or a little concerned, and what he's doing actually symbolically is stepping into the future. And he sees the wind and he sees the waves, you know, all the turbulent things that can happen when we go out of our comfort zone. And he starts to get a little worried, and he changes from openness and, you know, the beginner's mind to this, oh, I'm a bit worried about what might happen next. And you know the story. What happens is he begins to sink. Well, it's not the wind or the waves that have changed, it's his consciousness that's changed. So Jesus immediately reaches out for him and he asks him one very important question. Why did you doubt? It's almost like Jesus saying to him, look, you were doing so well. And then you let yourself start to think of negative things. You've got to stay in the good consciousness. And so this great biblical story teaches us that we can sink when we return to the old, closed, fearful mind, that we can rise when we have trust in what Spirit is revealing to us, and that the beginner's mind allows the impossible to become possible. And so we know that the future is not shaped by outer conditions, not by the wind, not by the water. It is shaped by our consciousness. And you know the saying, we do not see things as they are, we see them as we are. And so we're going to take a little pause for a minute, just take a pause as we take in all of these words. Go within nice and gently, letting go of any fears or worries, just allow them to fall away, and set aside everything that you think you already know. Allow yourself to walk forward softly and slowly into a bright and spacious future. See the clarity and the courage and the openness It's just waiting for you to step into it. And as you step forward, ask Spirit, what do you want me to know today about the emerging future? Let all the wisdom rise and breathe it in. See yourself as the futurist, one who can recognize patterns and habits, one that is open to new ideas, willing to use new tools, perhaps go in a new way with grace and with curiosity. Feel the expansion, knowing that something new is beginning, that something good is coming through. And let that excitement move through you. Spirit is preparing you for the possibilities. So breathing all of this in and breathing out as you return to this space. And so we are going to close today with some powerful words, and I invite you to say them with me. My mind is open. My heart is ready. I welcome emerging possibilities. I'm excited. And so it is.
Up, up, up to a higher place. Up, 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 far beyond this time and space. Up, up, up to a higher place. I feel my soul rising to a higher place. Higher place, higher place. I feel my soul rising to a higher place. No more forward, no more backward, no more spinning around and round. My life is moving ever upward. My feet are leaving the ground. Up, up, up to a higher place. Up, 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 far beyond this time and space. Up, up, up to a higher place. I feel my soul rising to a higher place. Higher place, higher place. I feel my soul rising to a higher place. No more downward, no more darkness, no more wondering the point of it all. My life is destined, oh, for greatness. My feet are leaving the ground. Up, up, up to a higher place. Up, 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 far beyond this time and space. Up, up, up to a higher place. I feel my soul rising to a higher place. Higher place, higher place. I feel my soul to a higher place. I feel my soul rising to a higher place. Feel my soul rising to a higher place.
Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Ann. We now place a blessing on our gifts. And we put ourselves into the law of circulation. If you are joining us online and you feel like you've been blessed by today's message, I invite you to go to the giving page on our website and that is unityofcolumbia.org. Your gift will help keep these services online. As we support our spiritual community, please take your offering. Whether you give electronically or by check, by cash, hold it in your hand, hold it in your heart as we affirm these words together. Divine love, one with me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am joy-filled and grateful.
And so we bless these gifts today, knowing that they've been given with love and faith and great possibility. We see them holding the consciousness of each giver, and we release them knowing that they will expand and increase according to the law of expansion. And we say thank you for these gifts given freely and with love to do the work of Spirit through Unity of Columbia. And we say together, Amen. And we welcome in the children.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine, this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Hello, good morning. So we have Thanksgiving coming up, and so the past couple weeks we've been thinking about gratitude and all the wonderful ways that we can, that we can show thankfulness. And so today we read the story of the fishes and loaves, and we talked about what was the miracle that happened there. And Aoife, can you remember what was the miracle that happened?
The fish multiplied.
Yeah, and so what happened? So how many fish did they have?
2,
And how many loaves of bread did they have?
5,
And how many people were they trying to feed?
1 billion.
Almost a million, right? It was 5,000 people. So many people. And do you think 2 fish and 5 loaves is enough to feed 5,000 people?
No.
It's not. But what did they do?
Daddy?
But what did they do what did they do when they had that little amount of food?
They multiplied it.
Well, something that we talked about was that they blessed the food first, right? They said, we are so grateful for the food that we have right here. And then a miracle happened, right? Zay, do you remember what happened? Was everybody hungry? No, I think everybody was.
Hungry and starving.
Well, they were hungry and starving. And then after they ate, how'd they feel?
Happy.
And so stuffed that they even had leftovers, which is how we're all going to be next week. So, so it was just a great miracle, and that's what we were talking about today. So we'll bless our children. We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ you are.
I want to remind you all about the Simple Supper this coming Wednesday, like in a few days. Wednesday the 26th at 6 p.m. Please join us, bring your friends, invite everybody you want to, and come bring your favorite soup and bread to share. No sign up, just show up. It'll be a good time to be together. So now let's please rise and sing with us Prayer for Protection.
God is here, the light of God surrounds us. God is here, the love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is.
See the day with beginner's mind, with curiosity and wonder. Let new and different possibilities emerge. Listen in the silence for Spirit's special voice. Wherever we are, God is.
Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, the peace that is meant to be. With God as Creator, family whole are we, as we walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me. Yes, this is the moment now. With every step I take, yes, this is my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Yes, there
Happy